Hey Jeep fam, how we doing? Anthony, Clark Boys Outdoors, G Trapper, Blake Thompson, Cole Williamson, how we doing, fellas? Oh, I'm tired. Hey Chris, how we doing? BT Trapper, what's up, man? What's everybody up to tonight? Tyler S, how we doing? Yeah, Anthony, I don't watch a whole lot of it. Um, Believe it or not, I am a Packers fan, but I don't watch a whole lot of football. I just had to stir the pot a little bit last night on Facebook. Jeep fan put dough down the other day and looking to put a nice buck down tomorrow night. Heck yeah, man, that's awesome. Oh, that yeah, we there's been a lot of guys at work killing some really big deer right now. One of my good buddies at work, he just stuck a 177 with like a 10-inch drop tine. Really, really nice deer. Really impressive. Two sleeps and a wake up here. BT Trapper watching the ball game. Clark Boys Outdoor getting traps ready. How much work you got left? Oh yeah, BT Trapper, isn't it? I don't follow baseball at all. What's going on tonight? Is it the? Are we actually in the World Series now? I don't follow that at all. Oh, your dad got a blacktail. That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, Chris, I was really disappointed with that. Um, what can I say? It's been a really, really rough week for our household. Uh, My wife got really, really sick last week. Ended up burning almost a whole week of vacation just to come take care of her and get the kids to school and whatnot. Think she's got some kind of lymph node in her ear issue. She had vertigo real bad, couldn't hardly stand, nausea like crazy. It was terrible. I mean, it was literally like that point where you're blackout drunk, can't remember. That's what she looked like. She was that bad of shape. She couldn't stand. She couldn't even get like she couldn't even get on all fours. She was just that she was miserable. Pass out every time I try to walk her downstairs or upstairs or to the bathroom. It was bad. So it's been a really rough week here. She's still suffering a little bit. That's why I'm not gonna have a crazy long live tonight. But I just want to touch base with everybody and see what's going on. Some better spots for coon as I was scouting the other day for rifle spots. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, drop time be my bread and butter too. That'd be cool. Even if it's just, a 2 or 3 inch drop would be amazing. You're attaching earth anchors. I love my pogos, that's for sure. Hey Dredger 9, how we doing? Clark Boys Outdoor, you got 14 traps left out of the 150 coyote traps. Wow, you're gonna have a long season. Hopefully you have a good one, bud. That's cool. 14 traps. What all you gotta do to them? Yeah, put tags on them, fully dye, dip. What's going on? Yeah, Chris, I know Jay made it on Saturday. I was hoping to get a chance to catch up with him again before he comes up here next week, but it's hard to comprehend that I say next week because that's our season. It does not seem like it's here already, but yeah, our season is next week. It's sneaking right up on us. Hey, Trapper Tony, how we doing? I appreciate it. That's the plan. We're gonna shoot for 1,000 again this year. Thinking that GoPro might help speed some things up, but at the same time, I kind of get myself when I go talking about a set or something. I notice I start talking about it and explaining it and really going into depth with it. Next thing you know, I've been there 5, 6 minutes telling you what I'm doing and what's going on, and not a whole lot of speed in that. That's for sure. Nice, Anthony. Oh, just making attached traps. That won't take you too long, bud. That'll be all right. 150. That's gonna be a good season, man. I'm looking forward. You better if you're on Facebook, send me some pictures. I want to see that on Iowa Trapper. Yeah, or on so you want to be a trapper on my Facebook page. Um, I love seeing catches and your guys' results too. It's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Dredger 9. No, I didn't get all my pre-staking done. With the wife being, she should have just probably been committed to the hospital for a couple days. She's in pretty rough shape. Doing slightly better now, but like I said, I burned a whole week vacation just trying to help her out and get stuff done around here, take care of the kids because she couldn't drive anywhere. There's no way she could drive a car. So I kind of been trying to pre-stake when I can, little bits here and there, but I'm so far behind, it's not even funny. I'd say I'm right around 70% pre-staked right now, and I was hoping to be at 100 by like last Monday. So got a long ways to go yet. Luckily, I did not set any of my water locations, which I did intentionally not set them because I knew we were getting rain. Little did I know that we're going to get like 5 to 7 inches of rain in 4 days over the last 4 days. It's been insane. Our creeks have flooded up like crazy. If any of you watched my first pre-staking video, you saw the aftermath of that like 4 to 5 inch rain we had in 2 days. It was bad. Um, Anyone that pre-staked any water sets are probably still about 6 to 8 foot underwater if you're on a large creek system. And even when the water recedes fully, they might still be 2, 3 feet underwater. Those creeks were low because of a dry summer, and now they might be flowing at normal pool level, which might get some people in trouble. Hey Dan, how we doing? Trapper T, what's up? Hey Michael Grant, how we doing? You ordered a couple more DPs today. I think you're gonna like them, bud. I really do. Seasoned open 2 weeks ago in Wisconsin, but I've been waiting for fur to prime up. Plan to start in a few days. I figured you guys were pretty close up there, Travis. There's a lot of different views on it, but down here on our opener, which is the first Saturday in November, our 3X and up coon are really looking good by then. So, quick thing for me is having it on my hat, head mount, chest mount, then mounting another camera to your dash. You need two angles. Yeah, that's very true, Jeep fam. Yeah, for sure. Hey, thanks, Stretcher Nine. Yeah, it's just been a rough week. I wasn't feeling the greatest myself. Uh, my kids kind of had a 1 day, got real nauseous, threw up, cough, done and over with. I kind of had the sniffles and a little bit of a cough for a while, but my wife, it's just whatever's coming through this household hit her hard. I don't think it was COVID or anything like that, um, but it's just some kind of equilibrium inner ear deal. It's bad. Trapper Tony, you're almost to 40 Yotes and need one more coon to hit your next milestone for our coons. Can't wait until I go to Iowa next year to trap in northwest part of the state. Huh? Where are you going up there, Trapper Tony? I know a lot of your competition that you probably have up there. Hey, Flintlock 25, how are you doing? You ordered one of the new alpha traps from Minnesota Trap Line. Looked like a good trap, number 3 size. Gonna put it to the test on Yotes. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about the alpha. Haven't heard anything negative yet. Yeah, Jeep fan. That makes sense. That makes sense. I should look into that too. Just trying to. I'm so new at this technology and computer stuff. It's pretty ridiculous. Your coastal river are at the action stage for floods when you have 4 stages. Yeah, it's pretty. We got a lot of rain. I mean, a lot of rain. Hey, Scott, Illinois. Oh, Chris, your creeks didn't change. Oh man, if you watched one of my scouting or pre-staking one that I made here a few days ago, it was I mean washing in trees off the bank. It was eroding. It was flowing that hard. It was bad. It was bad. Yeah, Anthony, ours went from like 6 inches of water to like 15 feet. It was bad. Fish hunt trap. How we doing? Uh-oh, you're not feeling so hot either. There's got to be some stuff going around. I know Thing is, guys, not everything's COVID. I know that. Hopefully, you guys do too. Seems like everything gets blamed on that anymore. But yeah, Jeep fam, I appreciate that if you would. Jacob from Ohio, how we doing? Steve from Mississippi, how's it going? No affiliate, just what I use. I'm not cool enough. Yeah, yeah, I hear you there, bud. I'm in the same boat. Hey, Justin, how we doing? Clark Boy Outdoors. You've been trapping coyotes in the Northeast Iowa, so it's been fun. I'm 15, and my dad got me involved in trapping, and you love it. Hey, that's awesome, man. I love to hear that. Stick with it, buddy. You know what? If you got any friends in high school, because I'd put you at what, about a freshman or sophomore, you know, talk to your dad if he's willing to take one of your buddies with you too that's interested, take him. Um, sounds like your dad's taking you down the right path. So feel free to bring some of your friends out, man. Show them what we're doing. Show them what we're doing. Yeah, Justin, right? Believe it or not, this week having a couple drinks here and there has actually made me feel a little better, which I don't feel terrible now, but last week I was a little rough myself, but wife is just, man, I feel bad for her. Oh, what's the weekend hold for you? Well, I got to work tomorrow and Sunday, and then hopefully Monday get my last 150 locations staked. Um, yeah, I'm definitely behind on my pre-staking. Uh, ran in some of my competition there a couple days ago. Luckily, it's my friendly competition. He's drastically expanded his line though, and we're crossing paths a lot more than I thought we would. Um, but it is what it is. It's just that's part of the game. I'm really good friends with him. Matter of fact, I helped him get into trapping here a couple years ago. Last year, he went out and caught 100 coon his first season, and now he's really probably going to double or triple that pretty easy this year. But good for him. I'm glad he's expanded and loving what he's doing. But it kind of sucks when he comes across your area and you show up to make a set and you trip over a 220 stand. It's like, well, shit. But it's part of the game, as I expand my line, I'm going to cross paths with other people, and it's part of it. There'll be no foul play. We'll work well with each other, and I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, Justin. Yeah, I hope she feels better too. Thanks, man. I'm not feeling bad, but the wife's definitely still struggling. But plenty of pre-staking left to do. Like I said, I think I got about 150 locations left to go. Plus, I'm going to add a piece in the middle that I don't normally trap um, because of my other competition, which is also a friendly one. He's decided he's not trapping this year at all, at least for coon. So I won't move into his area permanently, but since I know he's not trapping coon in certain spots that I've intentionally stayed out of because I knew he was there, I'll go ahead and make a few sets in there. If he decides to come back trapping again, I'll back out of it just for respect for him. But uh, I'm gonna add, probably 10, 15 locations to it, just a little side road off my main piece. So should work out all right. Heard anything about the fur market? Yeah, Jordan, a little bit. Um, if you have any coyotes in the Midwest that are rubbed at all or weak necks or anything, save yourself the time and don't even skin them. The coyote market's going to be tough. That being said, if you have something that's a good coyote here in Iowa, which fur wise, our coyotes, our worst part is that rubbed between the neck and the shoulder blades. If you get a fully furred one there and it looks good, yeah, you could still probably get 25, $30 for it. But as soon as you get any rubbed or damaged at all, it sucks. Um, Muskrats are going to be up. I just sold actually all my muskrats from last year for about a 350 average. And I had a bunch of junk muskrats in there too. I shouldn't say junk, but just small ones, some that got ripped. Uh, on top of that, all of them sat out in the element, not in the elements, but in my shop too long and got what they call kind of a grease burn. They get real sticky and real matty to each other. They're just kind of gross. And they turned into that a little bit, which sucks. But He said I'd probably got another 50 cents or so a piece if they're all good, but um, coon are going to be tough, real tough. Um, I know I know a lot of buyers are talking probably between the $2 to $3 skinned average. If you have a 2X or anything small right off the bat, it's out. 3X and up, you might get $5 for a good skinned one, but it's rough. It's really rough. Mink, mink's not great by any means, but um, it is what it is. It's a struggle. I personally think things are going to slightly improve. Hence why I've held on to all my furs from last year, all my coon, I should say. I moved pretty much everything but my coon. Beaver are going to be rough still, even rougher. It sounds like the the hatter market for dried beaver per pound went from about $6 down to what's looking like probably 450 this next year. So take off 25% of your beaver value. It's tough to justify finishing them. Scott, so it's the court jar tonight. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a real big fan of that rum and Pepsi. It's just kind of my thing. Just need to wax, get started on some nuisance work. Awesome, man. Awesome. Uh, me and you have actually talked for a couple years now, off and on Messenger, and kind of touch base. So yeah, man. I look for you need to send me some pictures of what you catch. I'm curious to see how you guys do down there. Michael Grant is having a dispatch worth having for skunks. Skunks are worth keeping. I know Michael. He reached out to me. Actually, I think I reached out to him initially, but when you're first, this is gonna be his first year trapping. First net, is completely new to this. Never trapped before at all. Um, Honestly, I would get with Curtis. Um, if I was you, Michael, if you catch a skunk, he's gonna have the tools to kind of show you what to do. Uh, he can definitely help you out with that. Skunks are worth keeping for their fur and their essence, but for your first year trapping, never doing it, and kind of the line you're wanting to run, I wouldn't try doing it yourself right off the bat. They're they're a very touchy subject. If you get sprayed, it sticks around for a long time. And the skunk smell that you smell driving down the highway isn't the skunk smell that you get if you actually get sprayed. It's 10 times as potent. Your eyes will water, your nose will run. It's very difficult, but it's worth it, especially once you figure out how to do it. So reach out to Curtis if he can help you out, or message me and I can give you some ideas. I'd be happy to help you out any way I can. Um, a dispatch stick, it'll work. He might have some good ideas for you too. Clark boys, yeah, my dad has outdoor shop, and I've got six of my friends into fishing and hunting, and they actually get their parents into. That's awesome, buddy. That's awesome. That that makes me proud right there. Love seeing that. Yeah, Chris, I just mentioned the prices. Sorry, I'm behind a little bit. Hey, thanks, Tony. Yeah, it's been a fun year. Last year filming this. Didn't know what to expect when I started this channel. Uh, Literally just started it to see if I could help some people out. That's all I want to do is teach people that the average blue collar trapper can go out and catch decent numbers if his heart desires. Um, it's definitely blown up a lot more than I thought it would. That's for sure. Um, Justin, I'm pretty loyal to my buyer. He's treated me really good. $6, that's pretty impressive. Um, you must have had the top lot rats almost every time. Try rum and cream soda. I might have to try that sometime. What did you do to get coon numbers before dog proofs, or did you always use them? Tony, actually, when I started really trapping hard, is about the time that the dog proofs kind of came into play. Um, I don't even know when I would say that is. Probably, at least they became hard around here in 2007, 2008. Before that, I was the guy that had my dad drive me to private property, and I'd walk the creek with a dozen one and a halves and try to catch 5 or 6 coon off it. And I did good with it. It just once I learned the road lining and how the dog proofs I could set close to houses and the speed of setting them and baiting them. Uh, yeah, it's kind of been my bread and butter. But at the same time, dog proofs do take a little bit of the art of trapping out of it. That's one thing that I have a lot of respect for. The guys that don't use dog proofs or trapped back in the 80s and stuff, when the all they had was the number 11s and one and a halves and some 220s, and went out and blind set for mink and did all that stuff. Those guys are they have my utmost respect for sure. Western Canada coyotes will be down some in price as well. Yeah, it sounds like everything except the best of the Western's going to be dropping a little bit. BT Trapper. Dredger 9, mostly DPs for you this year, or all DPs? Do you ever mess with footholds and covering traps up? Um, that's something I am going to try to associate more with this year, is doing some blind one and a half sets. I went out and did some filming today, and showed a really, really perfect right in the side of the road, perfect bobcat track going right up this coon trail that's just mud. It even had a funnel with grass over the top of it. I mean, it looked good, and it had 220 written all over it. Um, Unfortunately, there's a house right up the road, about 120 yards, so I was not going to be able to use a 220. I could use footholds, but I do know that house also has some kids with a couple of labs up there, and those labs like to travel the roads, and it's not worth it for me. I'll just move on and find some new spots for cats. But yeah, I'm going to try to associate that more. I'm running a lot of 220s this year, though. You're going to see a lot more 220 footage than me, I hope, anyway. Oh yeah, Flintlock. I know Matt Jones has one. Kyle Katz has one. Skunks, the best investment you'll ever make. I learned a lot from that video. I learned a lot from Kyle Katz, period. He's actually the one, his road lining anecdotes is actually what inspired me to learn to road line. Because of his video right there, I learned what road lining was and got into it. But um, yeah, it's Mark June's got a lot of good videos. Hey Logan, how we doing? Everybody should go check out your interview on Trapping Radio. It was a good one. Hey, thanks, Mike. Yeah, I was pretty nervous to meet with Clint Locklear. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning in his hotel room, and I've never met the guy in my life. That was something else. Hey, Alan, how we doing? That's awesome, Justin. You must have some good rats down there. Must be a nice little pocket of them. Trey, how we doing? Kellen, how's it going? Let's go, Brandon. Yeah, it's not helping for sure. Minnesota Rat opens tomorrow. Looking forward to taking your 11-year-old nephew out. That's awesome, Tim. Oh, that makes me happy. Take him out and show him a good time. Rats is something good for kids to start with, too. You're focusing more on your trap line for Lynx, Martin, Wolverine. Boy, I want to see some pictures of that BT trapper. That's good. Make sure you don't delete. Internet veteran. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. Um, if I delete the first day footage with me and Trapper J filming, then there's something to be said. I'll just delete my whole channel and move on. I'll tell you what, I've never been so frustrated as last year when that happened. I literally got my wife's iPad out, put the SD card in, went to download, and it was like nothing. I don't even remember what it said, but it was like no media found or something. And just my heart dropped. Um, Boy, that was so frustrating. I think it was 132 coon last year on opening day, and I didn't get a footage of anything. I talk about making myself look like a total fraud. That was frustrating. So frustrating. Yeah, Mike, I know they put up Jay's. He texted me and told me, but I haven't got a chance to look at it yet. Best friend outdoors, how we doing? Chris, you've been scouting for a road line this year, but I can't find many good locations. Hey, go out there and check it out now. If you haven't checked it out recently, things change so quickly. Like I can't even comprehend how quickly these things turn. I could map something out one day, 3 days later, go through pre-staking, and I'm gonna find more trails and locations than I did before. Everything, even from now until opening day in a week, I'm probably going to stop and add 7 or 8 different locations that I just, wow, that wasn't there a week ago. Where did that come from? But everything's constantly changing, constantly evolving, and it gets overwhelming, and it can be tough to get a grasp on it. But um, go out there now again, Chris. See what you can find. I'll bet you can find something now. Check those culverts, the cedar trees, the telephone poles. Find that timber to corn. It's out there, buddy. If you have any questions or concerns, message me, man. I'll be happy to help you any way I can. Jeep fam, you want to come join him on his line? Awesome, to see them. I agree. I agree, Jeep fam. That would be fun to ride with BT for a while. Go after them northern animals. That would be fun. Logan, you set some of your traps out, but it's been rainy mess here in PA. Only thing I caught was possum. Tell you what, it's been a rainy mess here too, man. Don't sweat it, but keep your chin up. Once things start drying out, you'll be all right. Videos will be on your channel this winter. Awesome. Look forward to seeing that. Hey, Dunlap, how we doing? I don't know if that's Jeff or not. Michael Grant going for 15 coons for Thanksgiving. Yeah, you'll get there, bud. So is that Jeff or is that Sarah on there? I'm curious now. Um, yeah, Michael Grant. You'll have no problem getting that. Especially with you know um with what you've got in the area that you're in, um, and you got some help out there too. You're gonna get there. You're gonna get there. Hey, Dredger9, I appreciate the super chat, bud. Gonna head out, but as a tribe, appreciate every video you put out here. Hey, thanks, man. That means a lot. I can't tell you how much the good feedback really helps motivate me right now, especially when the whole family's sicking out, and it's been a struggle. It's just been a struggle trying to get my head in the game right now, um, just because there's so much going on. Wife's really sick, working like crazy right now, just trying to get everything lined up so I can just mentally be ready come next week. And it's tough right now. It's tough when you got a sick family. It's hard to get your mind away from that. You've been all week on your way home from work. Well, just don't give up, bud. Those trails are there. If you're following the same road, maybe take a gravel road a section over and check that out. You'd be surprised, trust me, by driving a section over and what you might find. That's literally how my lines have grown. When I come up to an intersection, for years I'll take a right, and man, just for the hell of it, one time I'll take a left, and I'll find a 7 mile patch with 60 locations on it. I mean, just awesome. And that's what you got to do from time to time. All right, Jeff, how we doing? Hey, Lonnie, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. How's everything going up there in Michigan, Jeff? I seen you and Sarah were out catching the other day and today. BT, you said before you'll figure out this live stuff soon. It took me like 6 attempts to figure this out, but so don't worry about it. It just happens. Hey, Mac, I appreciate it. Thank you. Slip them some good shine. They'll be great tomorrow. Yeah, yeah. My wife don't drink, unfortunately. Very rarely does she drink. That one live where she was drinking Fireball, that shocked me. I've seen her drunk like 4 times since we've been together for like almost 8 years now. So, um, yeah, she just don't drink. So probably not gonna happen. Plus, I don't know if that with her whole vertigo issues would make maybe everything would quit moving for her, or maybe it'd make it worse. I'm not sure. Sarah has a new raccoon bait coming out. She piqued your interest. Awesome. I guess I haven't seen that one. Oh, 1 week from season. That's crazy, Justin, that you have rats down there that are that good at rats. I know my main buyer up in Minnesota, he's starting to get hit with a lot of rats right now. Starting to pick up the first season for him, so uh, it's here, guys. It's here, whether we like it or not. Season's here, so just trying to get everything, all the loose ends squared away, and I got I got to work this weekend, so I'll work Saturday and Sunday. Monday, hopefully finish up my pre-staking. Work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I am off until November 30th. So I'm really, really, really looking forward to it. Um, 3 weeks of no work and just trapping. Uh, it's going to be a lot of work, definitely for sure. But really, really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. Jordan, you're not kidding. I'll tell you what, these ditches, for lack of better words, they have kicked my ass. Um, I'm definitely feeling it. My knees are a lot more sore than they ever used to be. Uh, Matter of fact, I think I've partially torn a meniscus again because once in a while it'll catch just right and just drop me. Um, that could be an issue this year. That definitely could be a big issue, but I'm hoping to lose about 20 pounds in about 30 days, so that might help a little bit. You're not going to start until next Sunday or Monday. Okay, I got you, Chris. Few that have a few good ones. Yeah, that's weird, Justin. I guess I thought almost all southern furs were slightly. Um, the farther north you went, the better the quality went. I guess. Um, Maybe rats is the exception too. I don't even know. Um, I know they get a lot better color of certain water animals down south, but that's interesting, man. That's interesting. Hey, Judith and Dan, how we doing? Monster Grizz from Locklear smells like a berry Pop Tart. Raccoons love it. Nice. Tony, only a couple Yotes so far, but I found a bunch of coon trails today. Hoping for a good check tomorrow. How many coon trails did you set up on, Tony? He caught a steelhead the other day, and I put all the scraps in a jar, and I've been using that in DPs. Huh? Have you had any luck with that, Logan? I'm kind of curious how that's working for you. My niece thinks she needs to get married next Saturday. Chris, that's unfortunate. Um, you got to convince the family not to do that stuff. When I got married, my wife hates this story, but when we got married, I told her we're gonna have a kid because we're wanting a kid, and I said we're gonna have a kid right before trapping season so I can get fraternity leave for trapping season. And she's like, no, and I'm like, no, I have a big say in this. I have a really big say in this. So our daughter was born October 17th, and I was off to about December 5th. So I even got first season shotgun out of the deal. She hates when I bring that up that I planned the birth of our child around trapping, but um, I can't say it's not true because it was. Just caught your first fisher yesterday up here in New York. Big thanks to that bait and lures. That's cool, Dan. That's awesome. One day I hope to catch a fisher or a martin or something like that. It'd be cool to go north. You messed your right ankle up at work last year and slightly roll on the side of your foot, shooting pain. Yeah, that's not good, bud. Not good. Judith and Dan season opens on Monday. Monday. So what is that? The first then? Probably November 1st. Everything outdoors. How we doing? Stinks and you only got one possum. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Hey Dan, how we doing? Hunt Ready's in the house. How's it going? All right, real quick, guys. I'm gonna go grab another drink. Oh, Tony 11 Trails is going into one cornfield. Even planted a 1.5 next to a culvert. That's why I asked about footholds. Um, Tony, footholds work absolutely. You can blind set them, no problem. Uh, just takes a little bit more work. But I wouldn't even be worried. Matter of fact, you could probably, as long as you bed them solid on top of the dirt, you could probably leave the pan and the whole thing exposed for coon. They're pretty easy. But yeah, get those. If you got timber on one side and corn on the other, I pre-staked a spot today that I'm hoping if I can work it right with Trapper J, we can just run nonstop unedited footage down this road. It's probably 3 miles, but I probably got 20 stops on it, 25 stops. And I only trap it every other year. All timber going to corn. The trails on it were just phenomenal. Got me so excited. Um, some of that I was hoping to get that footage up tonight, but since my wife's been struggling, me and the kids went out and um, we did some played with some sparklers. It's not 4th of July, but might as well. My daughter want to do some sparklers, so I haven't got it uploaded yet, but um, I'll get the footage up from today's last pre-staking video. And man, these trails just lit a fire under my ass. It is awesome. It is awesome. Everything outdoors, star trapping November 10th. Still early for coons here in Mississippi. Still, but oh yeah, I'm sure it is still pretty early down there. He needs cooler next to the chair. Justin, you're not wrong, buddy. You're not wrong. I hope we get a chance to meet sometime, bud. Maybe next year you should drive up to Ohio, up to the national convention. Love to meet you in person, buddy. At work, and your roll is pretty much on the ground. Idiot, I was working with it. It's that bad. Take 5 minutes. Oh, yeah, I hate rolling my ankle. That sucks. Everything outdoors, you got work. Ah. Okay, getting ready for trap season. That would be cool, Trapper Tony. Yeah, I didn't even know you guys had a Martin in South Dakota. That's pretty interesting. Internet veteran. Thanks, bud. I appreciate it. Glad I'm feeling a little better at least. Ugh, yeah, that's no good, Anthony. No, Michael Grant. Nope, not true. No, it's gonna be a fun season, man. Hopefully you got a chance to watch some of my videos from last year on the scouting. Between that and Curtis helping you out, I think you're gonna be surprised at what you can do, especially in the area that you're in. I know it's pretty good area. So um, just remember, you can trap everything you want to, but at the end of the day, you still got to skin and process those furs. That goes to anybody. Uh, I remember when my first really big day road lining. It's probably been 6 years ago now, maybe seven. I caught 80 raccoon in a day, and I thought that is awesome. That's a great day. Got home at 5 o'clock, and I was like, damn, I got to skin 80 coon. I was up to like 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't even think I got them all skinned. It was like 65 or 70 of them. Uh, guess what? Back up 6 o'clock next morning, start all over again. And once you get behind, you get behind. So everyone that some of these guys that want to go bigger, you always got to have a plan to process that fur. This isn't or you don't even have to process it, but have a plan of where it's going. I know a lot of guys, a lot of the big trappers, not all, but a lot of them will drop stuff off at a bar on the carcass. They trap all day, drop it off on the carcass. They can go home, spend the evening with their family, or just get to bed early, get some good sleep. I don't. I skin everything, but I have hired a skinner that's going to help me for the first couple weeks. That's definitely worth his weight in gold. Um, Without him helping me out and harvesting everything off these carcasses and everything, there's no way I could do this. Not on the when I had my 1080 here a couple years ago. I did skin everything by myself, but I was also just keeping the pelt at that time, and now I've learned to harvest I've got so many markets this year. And I've actually got them kind of contracted out, so that makes me feel a lot better about it. Got some things in writing, which helps a lot, but um, it's gonna be a lot of work for him, and I'm still gonna be skinning just as much, not as much as he is, but when I get done eating at night with the family and they go to bed, I'm gonna go out there and I'm probably gonna skin 20 or 30 coon opening day too. Uh, I'm hoping for about 120 to 150 coon first day, but bulk of them's gonna be on him, that's for sure. A lot of bean fields in my area this year. That's frustrating, Chris. That was my area last year. I run about a 60-40 rotation. Um, Last year, well, I was about 60% beans, 40% corn. This year, I'm about 40% beans, 60% corn. Hence why I feel a lot more confident about hitting my goal this year. It opened up like 30 miles of more territory that's trappable this year because the trails are there going to corn. When it was going to beans, the corn was on the same side of the road as the timber, so they weren't crossing the road to the beans. But now it's beans by the timber, corn over here. Now they're crossing the road again, and it's worth my time to go through there. So I'm really looking forward to it. Hey Tracy, how we doing? Hunt ready? You're planning on making the trip to Ohio? I'll be out there. I'm going out there. Me and Funkies are doing our thing again at the kids' cave. That's pretty exciting. He donates so much to the youth and getting kids involved with this. He's helped me out set up the Iowa Trapper package that he has for sale. Everything you need for a beginning trapper to get into. Um, Really, really great guy. Really great company, great family, and everything. They're showing up in the hills and some cedar breaks. That's cool, Trapper Tony. I did not know that. That's interesting. Yeah, everything outdoors. That's disappointing. Well, for my style of trapping, that'd be disappointing. It's for personally, if I was going after coyotes, though, I prefer a bean field over a cornfield. So if you're going after coyotes, then you're all right. Hey, Trap with Chinks, how we doing? You'd keep them permanent. Yeah, hunt ready. It's tough to find them on carcass right now. Um, Especially coon. Nobody wants to buy carcass coon. Uh, and that's one of the things, I'm not going to get into it and I'm not going to share who or where it's going, but I've got markets this year for claws, for skulls, for hearts, for balcums, for testicles, um, for anal glands, uh, even canine teeth. You name it, and I've worked to find a market for it. It doesn't add up to a whole lot, but I'm going to be well over $5 for a coon um, before I sell the fur. So that's a huge thing for me. That could potentially get me to 10, $12 average for coon, which would be huge. Yeah, that's where you're running into, Chris. I get it. Wow, Justin, you get on here and you say hi to Jinx before you even say hi to me. I see where I stand. Not like I'm helping you sell skinning machines or anything. Wow, ready to go here. Just need to pick up some lure from Jay, then I'm set. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, Jay came out with some pretty neat stuff. I haven't got my hands on any of it yet, but he's gonna be hopefully bringing me some up when he comes up next week. PA Trapping Outdoors, how we doing? Yeah, Tony. Um, you'd be surprised. I even had one guy. He wants 50 sets of lungs out of raccoons. Um, I don't know why, and I don't care to ask why. But if I can sell anything out of these things, I'm going to. As long as I stay legal about it, it don't matter. I Justin, I couldn't tell you, and I don't care to know. Um, just moving stuff. That's all I'm doing. Just got to move stuff. Usually sit around apple trees and drainage ditches when in beans. Huh, that's interesting. Everything outdoors. Well, Justin, that's the thing. Yeah, I've kind of, I'm growing as a trapper. Okay, we all are, and you can grow as the trapping aspect, the fur handling aspect. It's like a tree, like a family tree, whatever you want to call it. There's 100 different ways that you can grow as a trapper. You can make better sets. You can make more sets. Uh, you can trap at a different time of year. That's harder, and learn how to trap, say during the winter months, and improve on that. You can improve on your fur handling skills. You can find markets. There's so many different aspects to this, and a lot of people don't understand that everyone's so hung up on, "Oh, I got to sell the fur. The fur's junk." That's too bad. Well, look elsewhere. If you guys want to make some money, I'm not saying it's great money because it's not, um, but there's a couple bucks here to be made on a carcass. Coyotes and stuff, the hawk glands, the anal glands, badger and skunk skulls are a huge thing right now. The skunk essence. There's so many things. I even know some people want coyote urine out of the bladders. You can extract it with a big syringe, and it's all, there's some bait makers, lure makers, and stuff like that. There's so many opportunities here, guys, and everyone just seems to be so narrow-minded on fur. And the fur is, the bulk of it most years, but there's so many other things. Trapper T. You can in Idaho, you can trap and shoot wolves. I did not know they had a wolf season. That's interesting. Yeah, you did, Justin, but you could have done a little more, you know. And it wasn't even a good conversation to have. You made me really worried there for a little bit. Yeah, Tony, you have to figure out what you can. You're getting set up for Martin when they open the season. That's awesome. That's awesome. You live in Iowa, and do you think the coons are going to be prime enough this week? The weather says it might get warmer. Nick, one thing that some people don't quite know yet, the weather has very, very little to if anything at all, to actually do with primeness of fur. It's all about the daylight hours. It's the same thing that makes leaves change color, start to change in the fall. Um, that being said, cloudy days when that sun, instead of the sunset being at right now, I don't even know what it is, probably 6:30. Now that sunrise is probably 7. And the sunset, instead of being, I don't know, probably what is it now, about 7:30. Now it's about 7. So that lack of daylight can slightly increase the primeness of fur earlier. Um, and it's not gonna drastically improve it, but the first week you're gonna be fine on your bigger coon. If you live in northern Iowa, 2x and up coon are probably going to be good right out of the opener. If you're in southern Iowa, 3x and up are really good. I'm gonna put this to the test too. I'm gonna flesh and dry a coon on opening day, a 3x coon, and prove to everybody how prime that fur is. The leather itself is good. Does the fur have improvement? Absolutely. Um, it's nowhere near a 10 out of 10, but it's a solid 6 or a 7 out of 10 on opening day for a large coon. That fur will grow and get thicker and potentially go from a semi heavy to a heavy coon, depending on where you're at. But the leather itself is white. Um, so it's kind of a disclaimer here. I'm not a scientist, but I've done this enough that I've gotten top lock coon off the first week, so they're pretty good. You had some dog trainers that brought my raccoon carcass to feed their dogs. Oh yeah, Jeff, that don't surprise me at all. All right. Thanks, Jinx. Appreciate it, bud. Do a beginner's giveaway with some shirts. uh I need to order some more stuff. I got a few shirts left, but kind of oddball sizes. Justin, what's the best value animal at trap this year? Rats. Rats by far. Um, Followed pretty closely, probably by skunks. Um, After that, boy, it drops off quick. Uh, Mink, you're probably going to get, $4 for, depending on where you go. Um, it's tough. It's tough. But if anybody has rats, you need to find them this year. They are looking good. Jeep fam. I'll tell you what, I've dug and dug and dug, and if my wife was in here, she could verify. I've made probably from June until just a couple weeks ago. Matter of fact, actually, I take the back. I just got off the phone with a guy here tonight, about 45 minutes, um, talking about some stuff. But I would make 6 to 7 calls a night, with different leads I have. And I've just reached out on Facebook saying, hey, this is available. This is available. Is there any interest? Through word of mouth, you know, so and so heard of a guy in you know, off of the Mississippi River that, he was looking for some carcasses or whatnot. Talk to him. Oh, it's his cousin down in Louisiana. All right, talk to him. Just word of mouth and just getting it out there, And a thing that helps me too is I do have a quantity of them. Um, I'm not the best trapper in the world by any means, but when you can offer, say, hey, I'm gonna have uh, if there is somebody out there looking, say, for Balcoms, which is the penis bone for people that don't know, um, when I say, hey, I'm going to have 500 of them, I have a little bit more pull than that guy that is offering 20 of them. It's just it, there's markets to be found for everybody for sure, but you just got to dig deep. It's crazy how deep I've had to dig, but it's paying off. Florida coon get prime, and it's always hot down there. Yeah, Donnie. Yeah. I'm sure it's a little later in the year though. Wisconsin's supposed to have a wolf season next week, but Judge in Madison stopped it. Wow, that's too bad, Tony. Yeah, Jerry Volt. Hey, welcome to the party, bud. Um, Up there, I'm sure up there, up north. Yeah, they're probably good now. Pretty good. He made 7 cubbies today for 160s. 4 out trying to bait. Nice, nice. I've never used 160s. Oh yeah, for sure, Justin. By Thanksgiving, everything around here is going to be really good. As far as your coon, coyote, um, those types of animals. Overcast outdoors. I use Duke dog proofs. That's kind of my bread and butter. I run Duke pretty much everything. Judith and Dan, absolutely. Yeah, you get some good bounty beaver. That can pay off pretty good. You got a big coon Tuesdays, actually decent fur, and all white leather, no blue. Let three go smaller. Yeah, PA trapper. I'm sure you're guys. Your 3X and up coon come November 1st in the northern half of the country are probably good to go. Um, they really are. There's a big misconception about that, and I'm hoping to prove it wrong come opening day. So your fur buyer said muskrats will be way higher, but coyotes will be way less around western Iowa. Yeah, Nick, that's the thing. Coyotes are rough. If you have any rubbed coyotes in the neck area or any flaw in the fur period here in Iowa, that coyote's junk. Don't waste your time. I hate to say it because I love coyotes, but it's the truth. Um, it is what it is. It's frustrating. It's disappointing, but it is how it is. That being said, even if I catch a rubbed coyote or something, I've still got the skull to harvest. I've still got glands. I've still got organs out of them to harvest. I got a market for coyote tails. Um, there's still things there for me to capitalize on, but the actual pelt itself is not going to be worth anything. It's part of it. Hey, thanks, Trapping the Jinx and Box. Yeah, I appreciate the support, guys. Martin are so thick in some places you had to leave certain areas so you wouldn't catch something. That's crazy. That's crazy. BT trapper. Some of you down south trap with rattlesnakes and copperheads up here in the north. Yeah, BT. I'll tell you what. You got you up there dealing with grizzly bears, and the guys down below me with snakes. I'm in that perfect right in the middle. Raccoons everywhere. and that's it. That's what we got. There's a few rattlesnakes around, but nothing crazy. We're limited to 160s and got to be inside boxes under beaver or otter trapping. That's frustrating. I love my 220s, but I do know 160s really produce. They catch some really big coon for the guys that are familiar with them. Yeah, Justin, I'm pretty excited about that. One of the biggest, in my eyes, one of the biggest raccoon trappers here in Iowa um, that I've talked to, and that has helped me out. Won my ride along at the Bloomfield giveaway, or at the convention down there. I donated a ride along for the funds to be donated to the Iowa Trapper Association, and Wayne won my ride along, and I cannot tell you how excited I am for him to ride on my line with me. Uh, this guy, he knows how to trap. This is one of the guys that made a living off of trapping when there was money to be made. Um, Even now, he does like ADC beaver trapping pretty much for a living. Um, this guy is one of the top people that I want to ride along with. Really excited for it. Best friend outdoors. We coyote hunt a lot, and you mentioned selling all the other parts, glands. Is how where do you find a market to sell them? Just advertise, man. Get your name out there. Get on Facebook. Talk to your fur buyer. That's a good place to go with. Um, there's people out there looking for stuff, and there's people out there that have all this stuff available, and you gotta find them. Um, I'm sorry I can't go too in depth on that because a lot of my markets, are limited. A guy wants 50 coyote tails. I got one guy that wants 100 coon tails. Another guy that wants 10 coon tails. Just little bits and pieces here and there, but you put it all together and you get it organized into one big cluster F of a ball, and it works. Hopefully, anyway, this year, like I said, I've got a lot of stuff contracted out, so um, hopefully it works out. Hopefully it works out. You have a Martin restoration area, no dog proof spider grips, all foothold stuff to be 4 pound. Wow, Tony. Yeah, that's a heck of a pan tension. You're not gonna catch much less than coyotes on that. Really, Justin. I did not know Wayne rode with you. That's awesome. I have the utmost respect for that man. There's several trappers here in Iowa that Red is one of them too. I'd love to sit down and pick Red's brain and learn from him, but um, I think Wayne's probably my number one people that I want to ride along with here in Iowa. I can't tell you how ecstatic I am about it, but yeah, I'd be nervous too, man. That you better have a good catch day, otherwise you look like a fool in front of them. Thick and thin homestead, how we doing? Welcome to the channel. Oh, Chris, I didn't know Wayne did a demo down there. Oh, I'm really frustrated I missed it. Justin, when Cats was high, I was running 300-mile line in South Dakota, running lethal sets, only 160s, 220 snares on the prairie, foot traps, and cages in the Martin areas. That's a hell of a line, bud. 300 miles. I'm going to be pushing 200 this year. Be my biggest route I've ever ran by far. One will be set opening day. We're going to set about 70% of it, I think, is the way it's looking like. So uh, it's getting there though. But yeah, it's gonna be big. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm already trying to be proactive and already get my second line scouted out. And even if I can get some time next week, get some pre-staking done on it, just to save that much more time. Hopefully, it works out. If I have any traps left to pre-stake it, this first one's gonna be pretty big. BT trap, right? Just got my standard rum and Pepsi. That's kind of my go-to drink. Just got in from making some cables for more rat trapping. How's everyone doing this Friday? Doing good, Travis. Doing good, buddy. Um, Making some cables for more Mars rat trapping. Curious what you mean by that, bud. Oh, that's right, Justin. I remember that. Yeah. You're going after cage trapping for cats. I do remember that now. That's another thing. He's the man to ask. I cannot tell you how much respect I have for that man. Matter of fact, so this has been several years ago now. I've told the story several times, so I won't go too far into it. But when I first started really getting into the trapping community at the Iowa Trapper Association, the Friday night powwow that I got invited to, Wayne was there, and he didn't even talk that much about trapping. It was more about life. But the little bit about trapping that he was talking about, I wish I had a pad and paper and pencil because I would have wrote down so much stuff because he literally has probably forgotten more about trapping than I know. Um, and there's several guys that are like that, not just here in Iowa, but across the country. Some of these guys that, um, like Slim Peterson too. Slim was at Bloomfield. Um, I knew he was really big into this, big into trapping and a legend here in the sport, but I didn't even realize quite how big he was until after the Bloomfield event. I'm really hoping he's able to make it next year, and I can go down there and talk to him. Be really honoring and really humbling just to meet him, as well as many other trappers across the country. I mean, there's so many of them. You got some 1.5 inch oak boards with your brother free of a sawmill. Use them kind of heavy, but last longer than pine. Do you have any issues with pushing the pins in PA Trapper? I figured that'd be the hardest part on them. Hey Tony, thanks for stopping in. Good luck tomorrow. Um, I'll be doing a live again next week, but it's about crunch time for us, so our lives will definitely drop off once season gets here. But good luck tomorrow. Be careful, bud, and take care. You meant more rat trapping. Yeah, leaving it to go up north for 2 weeks. That'll be fun. That'll be fun, Travis. What a not I don't need to know exactly where you're at, but you have good rat population in your area. Nick, that's one thing. I'm gonna try to do it this year. I've never called coon. I've never gone after him calling them. But I'm hoping to change that this year, and I want to get it on camera. I think it'd be a blast. I got several guys in my area. I mentioned Curtis here a little bit ago. He does it quite regularly. They've invited me to ride along with them sometime. I think it'd be a blast. Quite literally. That would be fun. Hopefully, we can work it out this next late season that I can get a chance to go. Um, that's the plan anyway. I think it'd be a great time. Chris, that was actually a completely different show than Dunlap and Locklear's deal. Um, I'm not sure how all that worked out. I don't know the politics of it or anything else like that. I know this one was brought on originally by Bruce Rhodes of Backwater Baits. Um, I'm not sure. I know the one 2 years ago was sponsored with Dunlap. I don't. I don't know. I think there's something there, but I really don't care to get into it. If even if I did know about it. Oh yeah, BT. We'll get a lot of snow. Hopefully not early. If we get it early, I'm in big trouble. Big trouble. But I won't use any sleds because there's not a trap that I'm gonna set that I can't be within 20 feet of my truck. Just kind of how it is for me. It's kind of fun seeing you guys all connect over here in the chat, talking to each other. Trapper Tony, your mentor, was a great cat trapper. 7 years ago, he told you that you passed him for his skill. That's cool, man. Um, Especially if he was your mentor and and he was comfortable enough to say that you're better than him, that's boy, that'd be saying something. For me, there I'd say no way. For the people I look up to, there's just it's just not possible. It's just not possible. Oh, okay, PA Trapper. I'm sorry, man. I messed that up. I didn't. I must have misread that. I've been drinking a little bit, so cut me a little bit of slack. But yeah, I was gonna say most people use pine or basswood for stretchers, so I was a little confused there, bud. Thick and thin. Your season just kicked off a few days ago, and you're behind. Calling coons is a blast. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, man. I'm really looking forward to that. We're going around Houghton Lake, Michigan. The marshes are crazy big. Wow, that'd be cool. Travis, you're probably gonna start freezing up there pretty quick, though, aren't you? Not gonna be too long now. Justin, no, gas prices are not gonna affect me any. Um, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, even if it's $5 a gallon. Uh, it would suck, and I would hate it, and my wife might cut me off a trapping after a while, especially when I come home with a $1,000 weekly bill of gas. But um, nope, I'm still gonna go out and hit it just like I always do. That's the plan. As long as I'm physically able to, that's what's going on. Yeah, already. I know a lot of coyote trappers are that way. They'll pull right up next to him with the truck if they can. And I'm still a ditch jumper for now, but between age and weight, my days are limited. I know that. Yeah, Jeep fam. She finally woke up right before this live. She's pretty rough. She's still dealing with vertigo and headache, and she's struggling bad. And that's kind of I will never blame it on her because it's not why I'm behind on my stuff. My family always come first no matter what, and I'll take care of them. I'd miss opening day if I had to take care of them. That's just part of it. But um, yeah, I am behind this year with a sick family and a lot of work stuff going on, and it's been a struggle. So uh, that's life. It's just part of it. I'm sure almost all of you have families out there that you'd gladly give up your trapping season or your hunting season or anything for to be there to take care of them. And it's been tough, but we're getting through it, and hopefully my wife comes out of this stronger than ever since it didn't kill her. And she's tough. She's tough. I don't know how, but somehow she's tough. Hey, Yodi boy. Thanks. Oh, everyone's talking to each other. That's awesome. Oh, that's cool, Trapper Tony. That's cool. Yeah, JR Revolt. I can't complain too much because I get even trapping. I'm getting almost 10 miles to a gallon, which is crazy good. My old truck was about 7, maybe 6. So I'm good with it. I'm with you, Trapper Tony. I want to see these rat trappers really hammer some numbers down. That'd be cool. Hunt ready down here. We got a lot of guys killing big deer. I mentioned this earlier, but one of my good buddies I work side by side with, he's huge. I mean, he's not even 30 years old yet, and he's killed 3 200-inch deer in his life. I think he's one of like 3 people for his age or something to kill 3 200-inch deer with a bow. Um, but yeah, he killed a 170 some inch deer in his first drop point or drop tine. Um, it's like I want to say it's like a 10-inch drop. I mean, this thing was huge. Very impressive deer, but he works his ass off, does all the land management, food plus the whole spiel. So, and a lot of guys at work are just killing deer. Period. I'm in coon capital of the world and also deer capital. I'd say. Um, there's so many of them around. Yeah, BT Trapper. By the time I filled that generator up enough to last all day, I'd probably just better off with gas. Yeah, Justin, I'll give you that. Speak of the devil, she's in the background. Hi, honey. No, nothing. She might not have heard me though. That's what I'm gonna go with. Oh, Jeep fam, that's tough. Glad they're starting to get better though. It's just been rough. I mean, it was just probably about 10 days of hell for our family. Really, really struggle. Get 2 deer on the nuisance permit. That's awesome. Nick, I'm not exactly for certain on this, um, but there is something, and I might be wrong on this, so don't quote me. But all fur that goes into China, which is our main country where all the furs are going right now, everything has to be dressed or tanned outside of China. Most of it's going to Cambodia. It has to go there first to get dressed, and then to China. I do know because China won't accept, I believe, anything that's not dressed except for muskrats. Muskrats, I believe, can go right into China. Um, it's the demand is actually there. I'm not sure what garment or what for, but the demand for rats is there. Uh, and the supply hasn't been there. We really haven't been catching a whole lot of rats, just like we haven't been catching a lot of coon over the last couple of years. So um, the ranch mink is as a part of it too. Just like Jr. said, um, they're estimating went from 100 million last year or 2 years ago harvested to 12 million this year. A good substitute for ranch mink is going to be the muskrats and hopefully eventually the wild mink itself. That's kind of the plan, and that's my philosophy on it. I could be completely wrong though. So yeah, Chris, exactly. That's the problem. There's not many rats around. Seek to thrill outdoors. How we doing? It's gonna be your first season, huh? That's awesome. Congratulations. Hope you guys have a great season. Yeah, Justin, we got some big deer here. Hey, BT Trapper, have a good night. Take care, bud. Thanks, Jenks. Thought you're gonna have a good ground stalk whitetail hunt to put up, except I didn't get the GoPro set on video. I missed him bigger than crap, but that's pretty cool. Yeah, that'd be neat. And that's the thing too. Even if you miss him, it's still make an awesome video. Being able to stock up on him. Oh, that's too bad, Jeep fam. Hey, Justin, thanks for acknowledging me. Finally, you text me today and have issues with something, and you want my opinion on it, and but you won't even just say, "Hey, how's it going, friend?" I'm just giving you crap, buddy. Um, Hopefully, you guys get some time to get some traps out down there. Uh, I know you got a lot of stuff going on with working on the farm, and hopefully, you guys are about done calving if you're not done already. Uh, so, take care, bud. Oh yeah, hunt ready. The amount of big deer I see on my trap line is insane. And the amount of big dumb deer that I could shoot right off the side of the road is insane. You know, I've seen before I started filming, I found several 150-inch deer that bedded down literally in the road ditch by my traps. And I'd pull over, get out, and they would go 50 to 70 yards out in the field. I could go down there, dispatch a coon, come back to the truck, and they're still standing 70 yards from the road. They got one thing on their mind, and they get pretty stupid when they're thinking with the wrong part of their body, and it's just there's some monster deer right alongside of the road. Flintlock, I think I'm sticking with shooting them. I was wanting to inject them. I had big plans with it. I was really looking into it, but I don't have the time to get the system going. I want to make my own. injector, which would be an inch long or about an inch diameter PVC that has a stopper on it, just a cap with a hole drilled in it, so a needle could go out the end of it, so I could put a syringe in there and then have like a quarter-inch PVC pushing the syringe. I feel like when you actually have what most the syringe pulls are right now, if you push them and you actually start pushing the animal before you're actually injecting them, this way I could actually poke it and then inject it versus trying to push the animal over with it. I think that would be a huge plus, but I haven't done it yet, uh, and I don't have the time. I'm still trying to get traps out right now. We're gonna have, I mean, shit, we're talking 750 traps pre-staked right now. Um, really hope that reflection in the door is the TV and not an actual cop outside our house. If so, I was on here from 2 to 4 yesterday morning, so you guys can tell him, right? It's going good. All traps died, tagged, and ready to roll. Started trapping late last year, and glad to hear rat price will be up. We have a lot of rats. That's awesome. Seek to thrill. That's awesome. Rats are going to be good. Definitely target them. Oh, Trapper Tony, good. Yeah, I figured you guys would be freezing up pretty quick. Yeah, hunt ready. It really is. It really is crazy. Yeah, Justin. Mm. Awesome, Chris. Um, what do you get the 280s for? I'm assuming beaver. Um, I've never used them for beaver. I've always done the 330s, but I know a lot of people like the 280s and they really like them. Yeah, hunt ready. I actually went out. When I before I was even pre-staking, I had a bunch of small bucks chasing does already. It was crazy. I've never seen it go that early before. It's insane. Jenks, thanks, buddy. Thanks for having my back on this. Jordan, no. Here in Iowa, legally, you cannot use a 280. They just changed that in the rules here. I want to say 5 or 6 years ago. The inside they changed it, so it's the don't quote me on this. The inside or outside diameter has to be, I want to say 7 inches or 8 inches. Either way, it made all 280s technically illegal to run on dry land without being completely submerged. Drink the fifth, plead the fourth. That's awesome, Justin. Oh, I got you, Chris. Yeah. Wester Outdoors, how we doing? Yeah, JR Revolt. That's crazy that Michigan, you can start at 12:01 on November 1st. I wish we didn't have to wait till 8 o'clock in the morning. Not that I'd be going out first thing, before light, but I would be right there at, when it's light enough to see, be setting, be able to get that much more ground set. But for us, we have to wait for like an hour after daylight, sitting there just chomping at the bit. I'll be pulled over on the side of the road, just waiting at 20 minutes before, ready to set that first trap. So, flipping fish, how we doing? Might be time for a good bathroom break. Be right back. Plus, the dog wants out. Okay. Hey, Luke. Welcome to the show, bud. Sat here all dormant all night, or were you out partying with all your friends? I wouldn't blame you if you were either. You can't set till rats till the 10th. Man, that's. You guys will almost be froze up by then, won't you? Trapper Tony, it's 55. So we're. Um, One thing I want to bring up too, we are going to have a drastic, what they call an Arctic front come through Iowa here next week. Next Wednesday and Thursday, the lows are like 23. That's crazy early for temperatures like that. It's really going to change a few things, I think. Uh, as long as we don't get any snow associated with it, it's going to be for the good. Um, if for some reason we have some fluke snow come through and it stays, I'm in big trouble. Any Iowa dry land trapper is going to be in trouble. But hopefully it works out. You're paddling out in the swamp Sunday night in the canoe and wait for midnight to hit. Then lights go on and setting steel. I'll tell you what, Jerry Revolt, that would be awesome. Um, that is a trip. That would be an amazing thing to do. Uh, that kind of reminds me of my buddy. Actually, this weekend he took the weekend off work and he's going out to his deer hunting ground, throwing a tent up by the pond, and he's got to walk about 200 yards to his bow hunting area. He's bow hunting every morning, coming back to the tent, fishing during the day, hunting in the evening. No cell phone, no nothing for 3 days, living out of a tent and a cot. It's pretty awesome. That would be amazing. Just living off the land for 3 days. Nick, not really. He is getting more into deer hunting. I hope I'd like to try to get him more involved in trapping, but it's really not. He doesn't really care for it. But he understands it and he knows why I do it, and that's what matters to me more than anything. Uh, I can force him to get a job or to get good grades or responsibilities, but you can't force a love and passion on somebody. You just can't do that. But it's unfortunate, but still very proud of him. He's a very smart kid. He's going to go a lot farther in life than I ever did. That's for sure. Yeah, Luke. Yeah, I bet, buddy. I'm looking forward to seeing what you do this year, bud. It's going to be a good year for you. It's nice low 39. Busy. I don't know what your coyotes up there. In northwest Minnesota, um, I know there's a fur buyer up there that I'm real familiar with. He could definitely help you out with it too. I don't know much about the coyotes up there. Yeah, PA. I don't know much. I didn't even know you guys really had rat populations. So that's interesting. I did not know that. Seek to thrill. That's cool that you meet somebody close by. I'm so glad you guys make that connection. That's awesome. Absolutely hunt ready. Absolutely. That's awesome, Jeep fam. That's awesome. Yeah, Jerry Volt. One day I hope to go to northern Iowa to go after one of their big rat marshes. This year it was too dry. Most of the marshes dried up. But they tell me, you only got 3 or 4 days to trap the rat marshes up in northern Iowa because they freeze up that quick. So I can only imagine, you keep going north, how quicker it is. Exactly, Trapper Tony. If I will chase coon on my dry land trails, doesn't matter how cold it is. If it's a high of 5 degrees and a low of -10, I'm still going to trap these dryland trails. But as soon as we get 3 inches of snow on top of that, done. They're gone. I firmly believe that coon will move every night they can until we get snow, and then they'll start denning up. A lot of people think it's as soon as it gets below a high of 30 degrees, they're done moving, and I haven't seen that really. As long as we don't have snow on the ground, those animals are going to keep moving. Uh, that's been my experience anyway. And then once it's rut season, it doesn't matter if you have 2 foot of snow; they're still going to keep moving. Hey Eddie, welcome to the show, bud. Your 1.5-year old is going to come on the line with me this year. That's awesome, Dustin. That's awesome. Yeah, Anthony, it's going to be rough this year. It's going to be really, really rough for coyotes this year. Hey, the other Anthony, how we doing? Yeah, Nick, distemper could be hitting bad. I haven't ran into any yet. Knock on wood, but I know some of my other, even Luke on here, some other guys that have ran into very, very sick coon on the sides of the road. Um, Even one guy went to go get permission to trap ground, and there's a sick coon on their porch. It doesn't look good. It doesn't sound good. But what do? Mother Nature will take care of herself, and she is a cruel bitch. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. Um, hopefully, we haven't come to that yet. But what do? Just keep going out there, and I'm sure I'll run across several that are. You can almost feel when they're sick because you grab them and it'll be loose fur and bone underneath. There's no fat. There's nothing. You'll know it when you come up to a sick coon and you grab that animal. You'll know it instantly on raccoons. Oh yeah, everything outdoor for sure. Yeah, Chris. Some of those guys I know that used to trap some marshes in northern Iowa. They would pull out like it was anywhere between like 11 to 1,300 rats in a very short time. I know the Minnesota guys. There's some Minnesota and South Dakota guys that still can just absolutely hammer rats. And my ultimate dream trapping trip would be going after rats. Uh, if any of you haven't noticed yet, I'm kind of a numbers guy. I want to as much as I can, as quick as I can, and go for numbers. And rats is be where it's at in South Dakota. If they only open spring rat trapping up to out of staters, I would be going to South Dakota this year. I would abandon my beaver line plans and I'd go to South Dakota after rats. I would love to do that. That is my dream trip, but South Dakota shut down, so it is what it is. Nothing you can do about it. Yeah, Justin. It is a little different up here. Once we get snow on the ground, um, those den trees they will den up for weeks at a time if they have to. Um, once if you get any warm days at all, yeah, they'll come move. Maybe move around the base of the tree a little bit. Uh, but until rut season, if you get snow on the ground and it's cold, they don't move much. Not around here anyway. But as long as you don't have snow on the ground, it's not the cold that bothers them. It's just, I think it's because they're so short legged. They don't like to walk through the snow. Anthony, yeah. If you get, I'll tell you what, if you get a dusting of snow, it can tell you a lot. Some of my best trapping that I've ever done was 2 years ago before I started filming, not just for coon, but I picked up, I think it was my best coyote day. I think I had 5 coyotes in one day in snares because we got about, I want to say half to an inch of snow early, and the temperature stayed cold enough that it didn't melt off right away, which is very uncommon. And it was like the second day of having that snow, I started driving the roads and seeing exactly where those coyotes were crossing the road, exactly where the coon were running trails that I never saw before, that snow will tell you everything. It was an amazing day, excellent day, and I learned a lot that day. I learned a lot that if so, I'm driving the road here, and I got a fence running next to me, and there's that fence that runs to the road. They might not necessarily cross right on either side, crossing the road right next to that fence. They might go 20 yards either way to find that low spot before they're crossing the road. I didn't realize that. And I saw those tracks and I set some snares on them and we had a great day. It was awesome for me because I'm not a coyote trapper, but I learned a lot, especially with coyote movement, but coon also. It was really impressive. Yeah, Luke, that distemper, it's terrible. I don't know the exact fatality rate, but it's up there. Um, it's bad. Like I said, Mother Nature takes care of her own. It's part of it. Oh, good, Trapper Tony. No, no distemper up there. But yeah, you would know about the snow for sure. Yeah, the temperatures they keep moving. At least that's what I've seen in the few years that I've been trapping. Yeah, Justin. I look up to Mark quite a bit. I've got all of his videos. I've learned a lot from Mark, and I've had the privilege to at a few conventions actually talk to him. A few years ago, I went up there for Dakota Line Days. Um, really, really knowledgeable guy. Um, he's a great guy. He loves to make people laugh too. Um, it, it was pretty cool, but I would love to join him for a trip. That would be awesome. That would definitely be awesome. Hey, thanks, Scott. I appreciate you stopping by. Take care, bud. Season starts on Monday in Nebraska. Oh yeah, Justin. I'm sure. I never would have thought of that, but yeah, that'd be a good walkthrough sets or something like that for sure. Yeah, Boxy. Snow will tell you how close you missed by also. So it's a double-edged sword for sure. For sure. Seek the thrill. It depends where you're at exactly. But around me, it literally can get 0 degrees, and we'll have coon movement every day, every single night, um, until we get snow. If you're down south, maybe that is different, where they're used to maybe the lows are 25 or 30 degrees for your winter low. It can change a lot. It can change drastically, just based on location. Oh yeah, Michael, it don't surprise me. Um, I look forward to getting a few coon under your belt this year. That's It's gonna be fun seeing you catch them, man. I'm pumped for you. That's gonna be so fun watching you catch your first animals. Um, Hopefully, maybe next year you decide you want to go after a few coyotes. Uh, that would be fun too. That would be awesome. Yeah, Dustin. I know a lot of South Dakota. Um, what's the rules on your guys' bounty up there in South Dakota? Because I know they got a $10 bounty on tails and stuff. But is there a time frame on that? How's that work up there? Hey, Jeep fam, you keep that down. We don't need any snow yet. You don't put that on me yet. Yeah, I hear you, PA Trapper, for sure. Yeah, Nick. As people move out into urban areas, animals are getting bolder. Coyotes Generally, coyotes aren't that bad, but you'll have fox. Fox will live under your house if they can. Here in Iowa, it's crazy. Coyotes are a little more people wary, but a fox. I mean, I do some ADC trapping, animal damage control, and I've had fox living. I mean, literally 10 yards from houses, um, and have a den there with pups and everything. So it's pretty crazy. Trapping with Jinx. Um, how's the moon affect your trapping? Years ago, I thought, hey, full moon, it's bright, furs are going to move like crazy. I was wrong. Um, I want a new moon. I want it pitch black. I want a little bit of a mist and about a 5, maybe 10 mile an hour wind. That is the most ideal trapping conditions with it maybe about 35 degrees outside. Opening the early season, that's going to be my best coon days with temperatures and conditions like that. You get a full moon. Seems like around here everything is done. It dies. It just stops. Just kind of how it is. Oh, okay. Seek to thrill. Yeah, those warm days they're gonna move better, but you'd be surprised in the cold if you find the right locations. They're still gonna move really well. Yeah, Michael. Wait till next year for coyotes. Um, just you're getting your feet wet, man. So just take it slow. Don't dive in too quick, or you'll get yourself in trouble. I've done it myself before, and I've seen a lot of other people do it too. Oh, Dustin. So it's during the summer for nesting protection. I didn't know when that bounty was in South Dakota. G Trapper, you're born in Watertown, South Dakota, 68 years ago. I hope I'm still trapping at your age, buddy. You just want the snow for other reasons, but my wife agrees she hates the cold, but I'm working on getting her to agree to move to Alaska. Needless to say, it is so that funny you bring that up because I mentioned that to my wife, and I said when we retire, she wants to go to like Hawaii. I want to go to Alaska, and I told her, you know what? Maybe 2 or 3 times out of the year we'll just meet here in Iowa and catch up, and then go our separate ways again. Because that's me. I love the cold, and she cannot stand the cold. Colin, first you've ever heard of coyotes in the DP? That's crazy. Yeah, I haven't seen of a whole lot of coyotes and dog proofs. I've caught I think I'm up to like 6 fox now in dog proofs. So the fox are there, but I've never seen a coyote. But that right there proves to you that a dog proof is not dog proof. It's dog resistant. Um, anything small enough to put its paw in that trap can still fire that off, especially if you use push pull triggers. Uh, Push pull triggers, you're still going to catch everything small enough to put their paw in there. Small dogs, cats, everything. So you have to use your head with them, for sure. Oh, you have a quantity limit. I didn't know that, Dustin. You have 3 Saint Bernards around your farm. Ain't nothing getting close. Yeah, already. You're probably pretty safe. You need cool, clear nights, Justin. Yeah, we want a little bit of mist. My best years trapping have had a little bit of a mist on opening day. Not a rain, maybe a really light rain, but a or a light mist somewhere in between there really does well. Wow, G Trapper, you got a new hip in June and you're trapping beaver today. Um, you're the man. That's awesome. I'm glad you're getting out there and doing it. Let me ask you this: Have you trapped your whole life then? Um, you know what? Yeah, 68 years ago, that would have been. So you're born in 53, roughly. If I'm correct on that. If you're trapping your whole life, then you saw the fur boom in the 70s and stuff, and maybe you could shed some light on us what that was like. Unfortunately, I'm too young to know what that's like, but man, that'd be cool. I always said I was born in the wrong generation, but at the same time, those guys that are trapped in the fur boom, they would destroy me. those were the ultimate trappers. They knew exactly what they're doing and how to do it, and they made me look like I'm nothing. Uh, I have the utmost respect for them. That's for sure. Yeah, Anthony, I heard her cough a little bit ago, so she's still there. Ah, Justin, that brings out the possums. Hey, Chaplain Shanks, thanks for stopping by, buddy. I appreciate it. Good luck tomorrow. Shoot me a message. Let me know how you guys do. Oh, Brooke, that's funny. Oh, shoot. Yeah, G Trapper, that's crazy. Oh, you worked as a Skinner in the 70s. Man, the stories you could tell. Oh, man, that's awesome. That is awesome. Trapper Tony, your mentor was a fur boom guy. That's cool. Yeah, Colin. And that's I only run pole only, so I can avoid the non target catches. But I still catch a fair amount of fox. It's crazy, but it just proves to you that none of them are dog or cat proof by any means. Yeah, Luke, you make me feel like an old turd. I tell you, this Luke on here, seeing his youth, just I idolize it. I'm not that old by any means, but seeing an 18-year-old kid gun ho, ready to trap, ready to hammer it hard, going to school full time, catching huge coon numbers, running on 3 hours of sleep. I miss those days. Don't take them for granted, bud, because one day they won't be there. I promise you. I promise you. Enjoy it while you can, and take care of your body, because all that stuff, that running and gunning and tearing stuff up and thinking you're invincible, you're not. You will pay for it eventually. I promise you. Oh, Jeep fam. I caught. I'm right around 50 skunks this year. Um, and I would say probably 35 of them were in my dog proofs. I catch a lot of skunks in pull only dog proofs. I guarantee you, in the first week, we're gonna have 20. No problem. Uh, they've got that dexterity like we do. They have a thumb in a way. Um, Same thing with possums. I'll catch a lot of possums in dog proofs. Uh, it's just, and I'm okay with that. Matter of fact, this year I found a good possum market too. Uh, I'm gonna I'm gonna come close to about $5 a possum, so I'm pretty happy with that as well. But yeah, you got to work with what you got. I'll bet, G Trapper. I'll bet, man. If you have Facebook at all, please message me at Iowa Trapper. I'd love to pick your brain and hear some of the stories that you have. That's awesome. Is who leaving? What Justin, Anthony? Oh yeah, Chris. Well, those fur boom trappers, I cannot even tell you the knowledge that they have. It's insane. They are so intelligent. You're in North Dakota. Yeah, Trapper Tony. That's a problem with the older generation. A lot of them are kind of sworn to secrecy. Trapping was something that their dad taught them or a family member, and you're not to talk about it because it was a secret. Because there's money to be made with it. And I'll tell you what, if you transfer the money for fur during the 70s to now, you'd probably have, oh shit, probably $150 raccoon pelt, $150 mink pelt. Uh, I'm not gonna lie, if that transferred to now, I'd probably be pretty secret about it too. I wouldn't be doing a YouTube channel because I'd be making a living off of trapping raccoon, and I wouldn't want to tell anybody about it. But it's just and that's their mentality, and it's not a bad thing because that's what they were taught. We're teaching you how to trap. You don't tell anybody this stuff, and you use it on your line. It's just how it is. Anthony Bacham, yeah, You'll yeah, you'll catch a lot of stuff in DPs. Pretty crazy talking to your fur buyer last year and how he used to say he couldn't even see through his shed back to with coon stacked to the roof. Oh yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Nick, I have been to Grown Old Shop before. That place is pretty impressive. Uh, I don't sell to Grown Old for personal preference, but um, they handle some fur, and it's really impressive seeing it. It's pretty cool. If none of you have ever seen it, you should. Oh yeah, Jeep fan for sure. I'd love to meet up with G Trapper. That would be cool. Just talk some stuff about the old days. Yeah, hunt ready, and that's the thing. Even back there in the late '70s, you could go out and kill two coon, and you'd have more than a day's wages. It was it's crazy. So that's why they had to be secret about it. There's so much money to be made. You didn't want to lose that. People are paying for their houses and vehicles with fur money. Um, it's just crazy. Yeah, PA trapper. Um, it is very possible. It is very possible. Yeah, Anthony, I get it. Oh yeah, Justin, for sure. Petska came out. I think it was them that said they're not even buying any coyotes that aren't Western this year. Yeah, if that tells you anything about the fur market, so it's pretty rough. But yeah, there back then, you used to have a lot of markets, and now we don't. We're very, very limited to the markets available to us. That's one of the reasons why we really have to capitalize on what we got. Oh, absolutely, Trapper Tony. That's crazy, but it doesn't surprise me. That was a way of living back then, and that was just our ancestors did that. The real pioneers of America were trappers. They're the ones that went out beaver trapping. Headed out west. It's crazy. Um, Matter of fact, this will probably be the first time I've talked about it on my channel, but my wife wrote some lyrics who I had somebody in Nashville start making an intro to my channel for. Um, and this artist, musician, whatever you want to call him, he's actually asked for more lyrics because he wants to write a full song called "The Trap Line." Uh, I'm really looking forward to this. He wants me to write, well, me and her. She's just as much part of this as I am. Write some lyrics to make this full length song down in Nashville, and that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But he wrote me a little 40-second intro that we threw together. That's gonna be pretty neat. I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, I'm ready. There wasn't any roadkill back then. Hey, see you, Jerry. Well, I appreciate you stopping in. That's awesome, Trapper Tony. That's awesome. Yeah, Anthony, there's roadkill everywhere now because there's no money in it. Back then, everyone would pick them up. Yeah, Jeep fam, I'm not smart enough to figure out how to do that. uh, Trapper Jay's, he'll message me like, "Hey, try this, or do that," and it's like, I don't know what you're talking about because I'm not a computer person. But he's definitely helped me out a lot. I'm very thankful. He's walked me through a lot of these steps. Ah, gotcha. Justin is it's kind of it's country, but it's got a little more upbeat to it. Um, you know what? I might just share it on here. I probably shouldn't, but let me find it here on my phone, and I'm gonna share this with you. Yeah, early 18, and I'm at it again. Crystal air calling my name. Down gravel road, back for a fur. In a mystery in the next silver. Catching the first made me a believer. A whole lot of coon, jellies and beaver. I'm happy with it. It's kind of more upbeat than most country, but um, it's cool. I'm very impressed with what he came up with. We kind of sent him a few lyrics and said, "What can you come up with?" I'm kind of an outdoor country guy, and that's what he did. And I was it was pretty cool. I hope you guys could actually hear that. Not sure if you could or not, but hey Noah, Mm, no, oh, yeah, I'm pretty impressed by it. So now I got to come up with lyrics and a chorus for an actual song because a guy down in Nashville wants to make an actual song of it. What better way to promote trapping if that were to go actual viral? It's just we've got to do whatever we can to keep trapping alive, and I will do whatever I can myself to keep pushing it. Um, but that's what we have to do. We just, as trappers and outdoorsmen, we have to keep pursuing what we do, what we love, keep our heritage alive. That's it. That the whole purpose of this channel, the whole purpose of all of it was to teach people and help people understand what trapping is. Help them, you know, even if they're not become trappers themselves, but understand why we trap, the importance of it, the heritage of it. Um, I'm very passionate about that subject. That is so huge for me. So uh, it's just we're dying. We are. I hate to say it, but we are dying as a group, as a tradition, as environmentalists. We are, and we have to keep pushing um, and getting people involved. That's all we can do. Hey, thanks, guys. Seemed like a lot of people like that. That's good. Um, yeah, it's a. I was really impressed when I sent those lyrics to him. Well, I shouldn't even say me. My wife wrote those lyrics. We're just kind of thinking, can you put something together for us and make a little intro. I still got to figure out how to put pictures of me trapping with them because I'm so computer illiterate. But um, it's cool. He came up with that, and I was just like, wow, that is amazing. I was so blown away by that. So I'm looking forward to sitting down with her and talking about some lyrics and some chorus to actually get a song wrote. Uh, be so cool if it went viral. If you started hearing that song on the radio, that could potentially change things for trappers. No joke. Something as simple as a country, maybe even a hip hop song about trapping. That could be the wave we're looking for to change the tide. I just made that up, by the way. That was pretty cool. Yeah, Anthony Bacham. That's something I want to do too. If he does make a music video on this, if it does, get big, um, I will absolutely. I'll tell him. That's kind of the only way I'll be okay with you doing this. Uh, like this clip that I have, I own the rights to. But if he actually makes a song, it's his, which I'm fine with. I don't. I don't need proceeds or anything like that from it, but I want to get people out there. People understand and see what we're doing. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, seek to thrill. You're 100% right. It just you get knocked down no matter what you do. When I first started trapping, I reached out to one individual. The first person online that I reached out to that I looked up to, and he tore me to pieces. He ripped me to shreds, told me basically I'll never amount to much. And if it wasn't for my just sheer love for trapping, I would have been done because that's just how he was. He didn't want to encourage things, he didn't want to help people. But I saw he was a big numbers guy and very intelligent, and I want to learn from him. And now to this day, I still can't run the numbers like he can by any means. If he wants to, he can still blow me out of the water. But I think I finally have his respect to an extent. But after what he did and said to me, I don't care. I have much more respect for the person that goes out and catches 50 coon and wants to learn and wants to help people catch their 50 coon. Those are the people that I care about. The people that are encouraging, whether you have 50 coon, 500 coon, or 5,000 coon under your belt, if you're out there helping and encouraging people, that's what matters. And that's all I care about. Um, it's just, it's just too bad. It's just too bad some people aren't that way. Oh, that's tough, BT Trapper. Yeah, that's tough, bud. Yeah, Dan, exactly. You're right. The new generation has so many video games, and I can't even say anything. I'm equally as guilty. At night, sitting on the couch, getting on Facebook, getting on the internet, looking at my trapping forums. I'm just as guilty as the kids playing video games, and it sucks. But you gotta keep pushing forward. So the wife is stuck listening to the lives I watch, and you've graduated to pretty interesting. That's a step up in my book. I'm pretty interesting. Absolutely. Oh shoot. Yeah, Anthony. Dunlap's done a lot of stuff for the trapping community. Absolutely. There's a lot of people out there. You know, Mark Steck, Dunlap, Locklear, even down to Alan at Funky's that owns a trapping supply house. You don't have to be a trap. Well, Alan is a trapper, but you don't have to just be a trapper. You can be an outdoor enthusiast. You can be anything to encourage trapping and promote it. Um, yeah, Charles Red. Red is a huge ambassador of trapping. I would love to ride with him or pick his brain one day. Um, very knowledgeable person. Yeah, Trapper Tony. That's a bad thing. I talked about that a little bit ago. Uh, my someone that I helped learn to trap here a few years ago, his line expanded and we crossed paths a lot more than I'd like. But that's part of the game. And I trust him and I respect him. And he does the same with me. So nothing's gonna come up missing. Nothing's gonna be, there's not gonna be any issues with that. But it does hurt me a little bit. But at the same time, as like I said, as I expand, I'm gonna go to other people's territories. And it's not meant as a I'm gonna block you out, I'm gonna take your coon. No, it's just as you expand and learn, you're gonna cross paths with other trappers. That's just bottom line. Nick, that's awesome. You're 15 going after 250 coon. That's great, bud. But I'll tell you what, one thing, focus on school first. Don't ever let your school slip. That education is going to take you a lot farther than trapping will. I'm not saying don't trap, and I'm not saying don't trap hard, but do not let your school suffer for trapping. You have the rest of your life to trap, bud. I look forward to seeing your season. I wish you the best of luck for sure. Internet veteran. I appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, Charles Dave. Um, Dave is a very, very knowledgeable coon trapper for sure. Yeah, PA trapper for sure. Yeah, Michael. They don't make skinny jeans for people like me. Um, they're still fat jeans, just tight. Absolutely, Anthony. Education is everything. Do your homework and do your test for sure. Yeah, Nick, I get it. But seriously, focus on school. Um, you know, that is what's going to take you somewhere. Getting good grades, getting good education. That's when it's going to take you somewhere in life right now. You're not gonna go. I won't say you won't go anywhere in life with trapping, but your education and school is going to take you farther in life than your love and or addiction for trapping. It is how it is. Uh, yeah, Charles, Matt Jones is huge in the trapping world for sure. Absolutely. One thing you learned is where I trap private only. If I take them out, I won't tell them who I trap on. Just show them how I haven't lost ground. Yeah, that works, Tony. Too. I've the individual I talk about that I've lost ground to. He's rode on my trap line with me. Um, I've shown him my ground. What I trapped 2 years ago, be 3 years ago this season that he rode with me, and he's not trapping on anything that I showed him. But as I've expanded my line last year, his line last year was like this. Well, now he went like this. Well, I was already like this, so we cross paths more. It's not like he did it on purpose. He didn't know I was there. Not that I was there because I wasn't there. He actually beat me there. But stuff I planned on trapping, and he got there first, and he didn't even know I trapped it. So there's no harm there. There's no foul. There's no nothing. If he was trapping ground that I've shown him before, yes, I would probably have some more words to say to him. But he didn't. He's out there trapping and growing his line, and we cross paths. That's part of it. It just is what it is. Oh, Justin, that's cool. That's cool. If you ever get a chance to reach out to Matt Jones and pick his brain, that'd be well worth it. I promise you. Yeah, Anthony, I'm the same way. Yes, Luke. Absolutely. That goes for you too. Education first. Trap around education. The education will get you enough money in the future to be able to trap as much as you please. You're spot on, bud. I'm glad you know that. Um, honestly, when it comes to drive, buddy, you probably blow me out of the water. Um, and I'm not trying to say that says something, but I feel like I have a pretty good amount of drive. And considering your passion and drive for trapping is even more than that, that's impressive. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you're gonna do this year, bud. It's gonna be a good year for you. Oh yeah, Charles. I was made for trappers. That's what it is. Hey, Ashley B, how we doing? Yeah, Anthony. That I'm the same way. If I could go back in time, there's so much stuff I'd done different back in school and stuff. But um, yeah, internet veteran last year with two torn meniscus in his legs. He's a hell of a football player. He had his buddy come help him a little bit while he was kind of stuck to the road tops while his buddy ran in the road ditches. But Luke's got the drive, and he's 1 year. It's probably not far from. He's going to be blowing me out of the water as far as numbers once he graduates from college because he's playing football in college and everything else. So um, hell of a good kid, hell of a good trapper. Really looking forward to seeing what he becomes. So, not to let that go to your head, Luke. I probably shouldn't have said that, but uh, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun watching your progress this year. I can't wait. Oh shit, Anthony, you're only 27. I thought you were 45. I'm just kidding, bud. I'm just messing with you. Um, hey, I'm 33, and there's a lot of stuff I wish I'd have done different for sure. So But anyway, guys, probably start wrapping this up here in a little bit. Um, I gotta be at work at 6:30 tomorrow. So, anything else anybody wants to say on here before we get out of here? You identify as 45. Charles, you're 61. You were right there in that fur boom too. Then you know exactly what was going on. Dustin, you're 23. You're a young pup yet too. You had kids trying to take places from me after 10 years. Not anything but disappointment in them. Kind of curious what you mean by that, Trapper Tony. Yeah, Anthony for sure. Class of 72. Might have been right there. Yeah, it was a little bit before my. Yeah, been about my dad's class, somewhere close to there. Yeah, there you go, Trapper Tony. Yeah, take him out. Show. We've got to show the youth the outdoors, guys. I cannot stress that enough. We've got to take our youth out. We've got to spread our knowledge and understand. Have these kids understand why we do this. Even if this person doesn't become a trapper, they understand why we are trappers, the importance of it. If we don't do this as a whole, we will die as trappers. If we don't start spreading what we're doing and why we're doing it in the right way, trappers will die in America. I hate to say it, but we are dying. Youth wants to sit in front of video games, play computers, whatever. We've got to start getting kids out there, show them what we're doing. That's the only way the trapping world is gonna keep going. I hate to say it, but that's the truth. It really is. Eddie, I can't even tell you that, buddy. I'm just all my skunks. I'm catching it with my secret top secret bait that I use of gourmet cat food at Walmart. I'm catching them in dog proofs. That's pretty much what I do. I set in coon trail, catch skunks with gourmet cat food and dog proofs. That's what it is. Hey Spencer, you good luck, bud. I wish you the best, man. Justin, you're a 76 model. I was born in 88. Premium Coyote. Wow, that's crazy. $500. Yeah, that's a lot of money back then, Swift 220. Your first coon, $28. And fill them DPs to the top. That's right, Boxy. Hey, welcome to the party, Logan. Unfortunately, buddy, we're about to wrap her up. Um, it's been a long day. Wife's still not feeling well. I got to work tomorrow. At least that's the plan, depending on how the wife feels. Um, that's all going to be determined about 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. So it is what it is. So the only thing in your head right now is getting good enough grades to be able to trap without my mom whooping me. Whatever I catch, and I'll be happy with it. Absolutely, Luke. I have no doubt in that. You're a smart kid. You know what you're doing, both school wise and trapping wise. You'll be all right, bud. And I'm here to help out any way I can. You bought your first crew pickup, sold your first beaver tan for $100. Now they go for 150. Yeah. Well, anyway, guys, just kind of recap this. I got a week from tomorrow is opener, 8 o'clock in the morning. It's here. It's right around the corner. Um, hold on, I'll come back to that. Let me step outside real quick. PA Trapper. I'm using just gourmet cat food. Whatever's cheap and in bulk. That's all I'm using. Ben, yeah, Jay's gonna be here on the first check on Sunday. Um, be the 7th, November 7th. I'm gonna set traps on the 6th by myself, which is a week from tomorrow. He's gonna get here sometime Saturday night. Uh, and then Sunday morning we're running. Hopefully catch 120, 150 coon first day. It's gonna be a good time. Should be a really good time. Hey, thanks, Logan. Appreciate it, bud. Yeah, Trapper Tony. I really don't think it matters what cat food it is. Hey, Anthony. I just saw her. She's on the couch. She's struggling pretty good, but she's a trooper. So um, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here, guys. I hope Jay wasn't waiting to go live until after I was done because I feel bad I went longer than I thought I would. But I started this channel to help people to teach what little bit of trapping I know and to connect trappers with other trappers. And even if I don't hit my 1,000 coon goal this year, like I didn't last year, um, I feel like I've accomplished something here. But just sitting here watching the comments, trappers realizing they have other trappers a half an hour away from them, making those connections, and that's so fun to see. And that's what we got to do. We got to stick together. We got to grow together. And I'm so happy that I get to be part of that. That right there makes the world of difference to me, and I'm so happy for that. So anyway, guys, have a good night. Uh, I'm planning on going to work tomorrow. Depends on how the wife feeling. It's been tough here, guys. With the wife being really, really sick, borderline being committed to the hospital sick. It's been tough. Haven't got the traps out I wanted to. Haven't quite wrapped this around trapping yet. Um, because I am a husband and dad first. That will always come first. Uh, but at the same time, trapping is gonna be right behind it. It's just I got to make sure everything's wrapped up with the family before I can fully commit to trapping. Um, any dad or husband out there, I feel would be the same. Your family comes first. Your family's health and well-being and safety is always a dad's number one, no matter what. It just is, and and just trying to get that squared away right now, and then I can really start focusing on trapping. So, I bet you do, Luke. Absolutely, Eli, for sure. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna end this here. Hey guys, I'm gonna do another live next Friday. Hopefully, it's not gonna be this late because I'm gonna have a long day on Saturday. Hopefully, I get with Jay Saturday night. Asked him if he'd do a little bit of a live with me, and we can kind of talk about what we expect on Sunday. That's gonna be fun. Um, I expect big things, big day on Sunday. Uh, I can't wait. I'm excited for it. So get a few things squared away here, and guess what? Tomorrow you'll probably see my upload of my pre-staking today. I got the last little bit of it filmed here today of what I got out yet. I still got plenty more to go, but be my last video on pre-staking. But um, y'all take care. Y'all stay safe, and we'll see you in a week. So take care. Good trapping, and be careful, guys. Things can get things can get upside down pretty quick out there as trappers. You know, you can get twist your ankle. There's several obstacles that can happen, so just be careful. You always want to come home to that family, no matter what you do. So take care, guys.